every year in August, you see these children holding on to the last moments of summer. And if you mention school, 9 times out of 10 they go, "Ooh, I don't want to go." You say school to parents, and you say August 25th, and they're like, "Yay, come on, hurry up." It's funny, kids are dreading going back, but parents, they can't wait. And I'm one of those too, but I want them back in school for my routine and to see my other children that I've missed. You occasionally meet those teenagers and students who just can't wait for school to start back. But now don't think it's because of the education. They want to get back on the football field or the volleyball court, or they just want to see their friends. And they might tell you it's for the education, but I'm not so sure about that. August 25th finally arrives, and the kids go to school with their book bags and smiles on their faces. The start of the school year brings a lot of fears, a lot of tears, smiles, and excitement to millions of young people every year. You've got your seniors who just can't wait to graduate, 180 days. And you've got the parents who can't wait for them to graduate either. And then you've got the freshmen in high school who think they finally made it to the big time. And your middle schoolers who know everything. And if you don't think that, just ask them a question. They'll tell you just how much they do know and how little you know. And then there's your sweet babies, the elementary students, who are full of excitement and they just want to learn. The one thing that I've learned that it doesn't matter how much the teacher knows until that teacher shows how much she cares. Amen. And that's what a lot of these kids are looking for, is for someone to just show them that they care, show them that they have an interest in them. And it only takes one teacher to change that attitude for a kid. And kids, those teachers need you just as much as you need them. They want somebody to care about them. So find one this year and let them know. If it's just walk by and say, "Hey, have a great day." That hug from the teacher or that hug from the student means more than some people ever realize. Now, students, it's really not cool to say to not do your best no matter what your friends say. I've seen those students who don't want to do well because it's not cool. They won't be liked by their friends. They'll be teased for being smart. And then you have the others who try and they try and they try and they just can't do it. Well, it doesn't matter as long as you're doing the best and you know you're doing the best you can. Hold your head high and know in your heart that you've done your best. When I was in school, my dad told me I didn't have to be the smartest kid in the class, and that was probably a good thing. But I could keep my mouth shut and not distract the teacher or the class. I laughed at him every time he told me that, but today I tell Caitlin the same thing. Amen. You don't have to be the brightest one, but they're not bothering the teacher. And that goes outside the classroom too. When you're walking down the halls and you see those kids that you just want to make fun of so bad, remember that tongue in your mouth is a powerful tool. And once you speak, you can't take it back. You can say you're sorry, but the hurt's there. Amen. So I offer you this one piece of advice: think before you speak. Yes. The hurt words never leave, can be taken back. I go back to my first year teaching, and I look back on that today and I realize how little we know about our kids. I had this freshman who threatened me and my daughter was going to do harm to us. As I got to know him and I questioned him, why would he want to do something to me or my daughter? I had wished his mom good luck on her upcoming wedding, and he wasn't happy about that. He didn't want her to get married, and he thought that I was supporting her and not supporting him. Well, I didn't know. So after we talked and I met with his mom, met with him, I changed schools. 3 years later, I went back to see him graduate. And I tell that story to my parents, grandparents, and other adults, because you never know what kids are feeling until you ask them, what's going on? Why are you sad? Why are you happy? Talk to them. That's what they want. They want somebody to listen to them. 3 years ago, a special young man walked into my life. When I first met him, I thought, God, help him and these poor teachers at this school have got to deal with him every day. I didn't know him, didn't know anything about him. I just know that I could stand in the front office and I could hear him, and he could be at the cafeteria. That first year was tough for him and everybody around him. He wanted to fit in, and he was. Fortunately for me, and I guess unfortunately for him, I really got to know him because he ended up in my office, as many students do. As I talked to him that day, I saw a side of him that I'd never seen. He could be quiet. He was respectful, and he just wanted a little attention. It was at that point that I decided I wanted to know more about him. The more I found out, the more I wanted to know. I started asking his teachers, how's he doing? What's he doing? You know, can I help him? Every day he would come by and speak to me, and sure enough, I depended on his smile and his hello as much as I hoped he depended on mine. Over the past 3 years, he and I developed a relationship of more like a parent and son rather than assistant principal and a student. If he's not at school, I'm the first one on the phone trying to find out where he is. Why aren't you in school? Well, I missed the bus. Well, I'm coming to get you. Or I'm finding somebody to go get him in most cases. I'm at his football games, I'm cheering him on. Even if I'm not there, I know exactly what's going on. I try to be there for him whenever I can. And I'm not the only one who does this. You know, he even refers to my daughter as his sister. On even my worst days, and there are plenty of them, he can come in and he can make me smile. Even if that means hiding underneath my desk and scaring me to death. And then jumping up and laughing. I'm glad to say he's a senior, 180 days left, and he's going to walk across that stage. Or knowing him, he'll probably dance. But I'm going to be there to see him get this diploma, as well as many of my other sons and daughters. I share that story with you because they all want someone to know that they love them. And they'll love you back. Even the ones you don't think believe, they do care. I see one sitting in front of me that he doesn't want people to think he cares, but he does. And his smile can light up a room too. They call you out. Give them a chance. Kids, give your teachers a chance. Let them know that you care. And they'll show you that they care. There are so many more distractions for students today than there were when I was in school. Peer pressure is just one of the many things that factor into a student's life. And in a high school, I see that more and more. And they give in. A lot of them give in. And then a lot of them will go find that teacher or that other student that they're close to that's not giving in, and they'll talk about it. And then you've got your drugs, and drugs are rampant in high school, in middle school, and they're even seeping into our elementary schools. And that breaks my heart. It's up to us as the adults in the students' lives to help them make the right choices. Hillary Clinton said it takes a village to raise a child, and that is so true. It's more true today than when many of us were young. Many parents work 1 or 2 jobs, and grandparents, neighbors, and friends are helping to raise the children. Adults, you never know who is watching you and who you are impacting. You know, that quiet child that you see once in a while that just sits there and doesn't speak a lot, they're watching you. They want to see what you're going to do in situations. Every year is a new beginning for students. You have to put the year before in the bed and get up and start again. August 25th is coming soon, and it's a brand new start for everyone, parents included. Parents, this year, be sure you ask your students what's going on. You know, my daughter comes home from school and I say, how was school day? Fine. What'd you do? Nothing. Well, you know they did something. They were there from 8 o'clock to 3 o'clock. What was it? I mean, you just have to dig a little deeper. Students, go in with a smile on your face and a kind word for everyone you see. I guarantee that the teachers are just as nervous as you are on that first day. Some will never admit it, but they are. As you're preparing for the first day, the book sack is empty, but it's yours to fill. You can fill it with good or you can fill it with bad. It doesn't matter what happened last year. August 25th is a fresh start. Students, teachers care, and the teachers know you do too. We love to see you smile just as much as you want to see us smile. Give that teacher a chance that you've heard all those war stories about. Yeah, some of it's true, but you can break them down. I've seen it happen. Remember, it's important to always do your best. Your best may not be an A, and that's okay, as long as what you get is your best. Give 100%. You may be surprised at the result. Always keep your chin up. Remember, being loud is not bad at the right time. You've heard it before, but always be yourself. Don't change for anyone. I have a poem I'd like to share from you from Shel Silverstein. It's called Listen to the Mustn'ts. Listen to the mustn'ts, child. Listen to the don'ts. Listen to the shouldn'ts, the impossibles, the won'ts. Listen to the never has, then listen close to me. Anything can happen, child. Anything can be.